What up, though?
What up, though?
Back with another episode of Truth Podcast. It's Wednesday night. It's hump day, and I hope you humping on something tonight.
Get it sexy.
Even if it's just your pillow.
Yeah, it'd be my body pillow.
Hello, viewers. We appreciate you all viewing, commenting, sharing, and engaging with our podcast. And I want to give a shout out to Podcastic and our wonderful engineer, Shani Shan, in the building.
What you know about her?
What you know about her?
And we back 7 days later
I had to pick one
with
off the
another
tip of the
banger.
mic.
Yeah.
I looked at it like, do I pick that off of there?
Pick what up?
It was Lynn on the tip of the mic, and I picked it off like,
Was you about to put your mic up there like Mick Jagger?
I ain't want to look at it.
Look at the wrists.
So I'm joined with my beautiful, beautiful, and handsome, and deep voice and manly man co-host, Kong G,
What up?
Miss G,
What up, dog?
and Queen Tat
Rat-a-tat-tat.
in the building.
And the miggity mac.
How everybody's week been? How your week been, Miss G?
Listen, my week was amazing. To make it through unscathed, every day above ground is a blessed day.
Sorry.
I ain't gonna tell what she did, but Miss G came in here and blessed everybody today
Yes.
in a special way. Like
Yes.
when you blessed, you bless. And if you want a blessing, you bless.
That's right.
You gotta bless somebody if you want to be
Yeah.
blessed.
That's right.
She's sowing seeds.
Cause these my partners.
How your week been, Miss Timberland?
Timberland down to the
Down
Give
to
me
the
straight up New York.
socks.
You know what I'm saying? New York undercover type.
Well,
Socks.
of course, I felt bad that unfortunately because of the work that I do and taking care of sickly people all the time, I was not feeling well and missed the show last week. But I want to say with that last week, this week, and every other week, what helped me out, and it was nothing but God. I got a phone call one day. I was at work, and it was this lady right here, the one that walked in and been doing nothing but spreading blessings and stuff, right? She called me. She said, I got to talk to you. She said, I usually don't do this. And I said, what's up? She said, I need you to stand still for a second and listen to me. I said, yes, sister. And I usually don't answer the phone, you know what I'm saying, when I'm taking care of my patients, right? And I was listening to her, and she said, I'm going to need for you to keep some tight lips. I know you've been going through some stuff. She was like, your spirit, though. She was like, I always, you know what I'm saying, brag about how you are. She was like, but I know I've been going through my shit. She was like, but Tat, she was like, God wanted me to tell you, chill out. You ain't got to say nothing about nothing, no matter what it is. God said he know you and he got you. Like, you ain't got to worry about shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was giving to me like raw and uncut, whatever. You know, just got to going. And I'm sitting there, and it's at that moment I needed that.
So let the Lord fight your battles.
Yeah, it ain't even like really no battles for real, because nowadays, you know what I'm saying, and thank you, because it helped me protect my peace more. And I don't even look at it as really that any of the stuff that I am, you know what I'm saying, being tested with, like it's really some battles for real. You know what I'm saying? Because it's smaller than my God. You understand? I used to feel like I had to fight and win every battle, and it was a battle and stuff. Now that shit is just small to me. I'm more focused. I'm doing things in a different way. I'm making sure I mess with the right people. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to mess with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's just been great. You know what I'm saying? I want to thank you because of you listening to God and you calling me. I'm straight.
Change is good.
It is.
And it's working
I'm
for
chilling.
her.
How your week been, Kong G?
Everything been love, man. I want to shout out Fago Red, my first light-skinned homeboy. Gave me really, for real, I can count them on one hand. But see, the thing is, I fuck with light-skinned dudes that got black hair. You know what I'm saying? The ones you be making fun of are not the ones with black hair. Them is niggas. You know what I'm saying? But I fuck with Fago Red, and shout out to Baker's Keyboard Lounge. I headlined there Monday. It was a beautiful thing.
Did
30
you go?
minutes on stage, and they laughed the whole time. So I can't wait for my next booking. I got 3 shows in February 14th at the Metro Motor City Java House. So let's keep the laughs coming, y'all.
That's what's up.
That's right. Hey.
I had a great week. I've been in the books.
Of course.
I
I
seen
keep
them
my
test
phones
scores.
on Do Not Disturb when I'm in the books,
All
but
the time.
people be trying to disturb anyway, so I put them bitches on silent and vibrate so I don't even hear the disturbance. So, school's going well. Got A's in both
scores. I seen them scores.
My
You know it.
percentages are up.
No, it is.
And hey, life is good.
Yay. All right. So, y'all, let's talk about some things, okay? So let's talk about this, about the immigrants.
Well, I almost choked.
Let's talk about the
Let's talk
vatos and
about
the
the
essays.
immigrants.
Man.
What do y'all feel
What
about
about them? What about
okay, so
them?
what do y'all feel about, you know what I'm saying, them being, him trying to send them away, send them back over, and they can't stay here and all that other stuff? Do we agree? Do we disagree? You know what I'm saying? Do we think that, you know what I'm saying, it's better for us? Honestly, me, yes.
Guess what?
Yes, send people where if you're not from here and you're not established, whatever, you know. No, unfortunately, it is some people that I know you're trying to run away from some bad situation, things like that, and I feel for those, you know, what I'm saying, type of people, whatever. But we got too many of them over here, you know, what I'm saying, just taking over, you know what I'm saying, like just got their hands on, but it's our fault that we let them, you know what I'm saying, come over here and get established the way they are. But I do agree, you know what I'm saying, with Trump on some of that stuff, you know what I'm saying, like, no, come on.
Like, what specifically do you agree with?
Well, for one, let's say the areas that a lot of the immigrants, a lot of them are in, you don't see a lot of stuff that's geared, you know what I'm saying, for us, right? But you have them on every corner of where we at, you know what I'm saying, like getting that money, whatever.
So you're upset that they're over here thriving while
I'm
we're
not upset
struggling.
at all because I'm thriving myself.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not saying upset, but that's your argument that they're over here
They over here doing a lot of shit. They over here, you know what I'm
running
saying?
businesses, making money, tax free,
Yep.
grants and
Yep.
all this type of stuff.
Well, y'all
So you
brought us
have
over
a
here on
problem
ships
with?
and ain't gave us shit.
You said what now?
They brought us over here on ships and ain't gave us shit.
Yeah, we not considered.
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock.
At all.
We don't merit
Nope.
any reparations.
Let us open up all our businesses.
And then you gotta be a sovereign citizen in order to get what they get.
Yep, that's true. So no.
That's a process. It's almost like joining a fraternity.
Yeah,
you know
but
what
you
I'm
got
saying?
in
Like,
order for you to.
I wish the fuck I would walk around with a booklet like, here's my papers. I ain't doing that shit. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it might matter to some people. Like for me, like I don't really go nowhere. I work at home.
Yep.
I go to school at home. I teach at home. Nigga, I really don't encounter the police.
You don't.
Can I tell y'all a funny story though?
Yeah.
I ran from their asses.
When? Why?
So let me tell you.
Was it fun?
I was gearing. Nah, I ain't really run like for
Oh.
real. Cause no, so this is Facebook, FBI.
Oh.
No, I did not flee and elude.
All right.
So what had happened was, I had left my house. I was going to pick my son up from school, and as I was turning on a street, the police were turning from that street onto the street that I was on. I ain't have my seatbelt on. I usually don't put my seatbelt on until I get on major roads, right? But I tried to slickly put it on. Because I saw them looking, right? They probably thought I was like a little boy thug. You know what I'm saying? Because I had my little Scully on and shit. And I'm just in this truck and shit. So I'm like, and so once they made the turn onto the street that I was turning off of, I saw them in my rear view mirror pull into a driveway and turn around. I'm like, fuck, they saw me struggling. Because it didn't go as slickly as I thought it was going to go. So my quick thinking, I'm like, nigga, hit the gas. So I hit the gas. And I got to the corner pretty quickly. By the time they turned on the street, I had turned into a auto repair parking lot and shit, right? So I get out the car, go in that bitch real quick. I'm like, yo, how much for a brake inspection?
That's that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That
But
Detroit.
what was crazy is once I got the guy to come out and look at it and inspect my brakes and shit, they was sitting on the corner like they was waiting on me. They knew it was a ploy. Like they knew I was bullshitting. They were like, "Oh, she thinks she just about to." Yeah,
Okay.
I will walk back to my house because I'm not fine. Get my son's car.
Listen.
Leave this here. Get the brakes done, even though I don't need them done.
Just so you won't mess with them.
avoid contact, because in this day and age, especially since January 20th, I just don't want no contact with the police.
Okay.
Especially no police that are lighter than me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, because my attitude is fucked up. So it's like, I would rather pay for some unnecessary ass breaks than
Take that trip.
to get pulled over, have an attitude. It escalates into a situation that it probably shouldn't have, except for my attitude, but it's there. And I know it, so I know how to avert. But yeah, so I ran.
Those feelings that they have, that they cause you to have, that's why I believe we shouldn't care about what goes on with immigration in America. It's really not our fight. It's really not something for us to concern ourselves about.
Because we got our own problems.
One thing for sure, Negroes of America, the Mexicans are not coming to take your jobs. They don't want to be CNAs. They want to be doctors. They want to be nurses. You feel me? So they're not coming for your job. You know how many brothers are cold with the electricity, but ain't got no paperwork?
Yeah.
Can't work on nothing commercial because
They
you
about
can't
to
put no
redo my whole
permits.
house.
The Mexicans are going to school.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? When you drive past a construction site, it's supposed to be a certain percentage minorities. It could be any minority. It's no one's fault but yours if you're not one of the minorities. But when you drive past, it's 13 Mexicans and 4 white dudes.
Listen, pull up at
You
Home
feel me?
Depot.
They got, we
So
we
let
don't
me
want
ask you
we
a
didn't want to
question.
do those jobs.
So you say it's not our fight. Should we not be concerned about what's happening with immigration because it's not our fight?
To hear y'all seen Django.
Yes.
To hear some of the way black people are going about getting rid of immigrants, it reminds me of that Butler. You feel me? Of what Samuel L. Jackson, the Butler.
The movie The Butler.
Yeah, no, in Django, Samuel L. Jackson played a butler.
Oh, yeah.
And he was a complete fucking weird ass sellout. But imagine when I read these posts and a black person like, yeah, get out of our country. If y'all, we don't like calm down. Just a generation ago, they were telling you to get the fuck out of here. Now you're standing right next to the same people that just told you to leave, telling somebody to leave.
You know what was ironic? They had, and I believe don't quote me, but I think I got it right. 37% of the Hispanic dynamic voted for Trump. And then he turned around telling y'all got to go, right? Once they put them out, once they put the Arabs out, whoever, they coming for our black ass.
You know, I said that to one of my clients. I said, you know, this right here is in the first week.
Systematic.
I said, once that has been exhausted, I said, if all it takes is a pen to a piece of paper to eradicate law
Yep.
and to violate people's rights,
You know what?
then who the fuck do you think is next?
Right. We next.
I can't wait to see
We
how,
can't be next because we don't have a
how they
country to
answer
go
this.
back to.
How they answer this next
That's the
week.
thing about being a Negro in America. We don't know what country we came from. No country claims us. They're from Mexico. They're from Honduras. They're from Venezuela. And they like, well, bring them back then. Send them back. There's not a country in Africa that's like, so who are you? What's your lineage?
That's
Where are you
true.
from?
Right, that's true.
So they can't send us
That's
back,
true.
but they will call our young men terrorists and change that around and,
And
start
kill
giving
them
them
Put them on
100
the
years
front
for
lines
5
in the
years.
military.
And
They
that's-
reinstitute the draft or some shit.
We really, it's not that. I just don't want us fighting with our oppressors. I don't want us fighting beside our oppressors because if you do something wrong, they'll throw your ass on a boat too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like let them fight. They fight.
Right.
So far, I've never had an issue with a Hispanic person since I've been alive.
I ain't got
not
them
one
as-
single
them
issue,
as
and I've
my
been on the
homes.
yard with them 7
So
years.
I have a client. He's a passport bro, and you know he deals with a woman. Like he brings her to the haircut appointments and things like that. She cannot speak English, or her English is limited. So she has all these different looks. So I didn't know she was the same person that came the last time. So I'm trying to talk to her. He was like, "Oh, she don't understand anything you say." But nevertheless, she her friend had dropped her child off at school, and on the way out from the school, she was apprehended. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, are we? And this is a topic we're going to address later on in the week or next week. But is it the violent criminals? But then their administration says that no, you're a criminal if you arrived over here illegally. So you're already a criminal, so that justifies us sending you back home. Some people are being sent home to their death. Some
They have
people
nowhere
want to
to
go
go.
home, and some people are afraid to go home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people don't want to go.
Some of those people don't even speak Spanish anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Like I
saying?
say, some of them did run
So-
from some, some bad situations.
I'm gonna say this before we move on to the next subject. We had a meeting for the school district that I work in, and the superintendent told us that ICE is not allowed in the building
Without a warrant,
without a warrant.
signed
So
by a judge.
we're bracing ourselves for next week. Like, we went through a whole training yesterday on what we're supposed to do when they come in the building, and I'm just like, that ain't my damn fight. I'm here.
Get
But-
the chains off the doors. Get the chains off the doors.
I feel like when we say it's not our fight, it may
voted
not
for
be.
him.
Well, all
did.
of them didn't.
Yes,
Right.
the same
All
thing
of
we go
them
through.
did.
The whitewashed Mexicans
That's
Well,
voted
some
for
of
him.
our people voted for
That's
Yeah,
him.
the whitewashed Negroes.
You know what I'm
voted for
saying?
him.
But what I'm saying is, when we say it's not our fight, it is our fight. It's all black, brown, indigenous, marginalized people's fight. If we say what happens to another set of another minority group is not my fight, then why do we think they supposed to give a fuck about our place?
Oh no, I meant it's not our fight
No,
to
no,
fight
I'm
with.
not addressing
Oh
you.
yeah, because I feel
No,
like that's
not
definitely
you.
our issue. Like
I think
that's why we're
we
supposed to say
all
nothing.
need to collectively, because if we come together, which is what they're afraid of, if we come together, then we outnumber. Understand that? And come on now, like it is our fight. Any injustice to a marginalized group is the fight of all humanity that's marginalized.
I stand corrected. Thank you,
What's
D-Mac.
up, B? That's right. All
I
right.
love the way she educates you without just
Okay.
gut punching you. Thank you. Thank
My
you.
best friend is
Understand.
so intelligent.
Thank you.
Hey, so also, what do y'all think about all the littering? Have y'all just rolled around and seen how people just throw shit just freely, just every damn where? Just out the window, just driving. Just I'm riding on the freeway and I'm like, what? And I felt like I'm ducking from something, even though it couldn't get through my windshield. But people just throwing shit out their window and stuff. Like, do that irk y'all as bad as it irk me?
I've gotten into several situations because of seeing people do that. There was an Arab dude driving up Schoolcraft just tossing shit out his window one at a time. First the juice bottle, then the bag of chips. I'm behind him every night. He's throwing something else. So I slid over. It was a rainy day. I slid over. His windows was down. I splashed the fuck out of him with my truck. All in his car. Like, nigga. Like, okay. We got to be responsible for each other. Something you do while I'm with you represents me. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So if we just ate Coney Island and I see you gather the bag to start throwing it out the window, bro, give it to me. I'll
Yep.
throw it away.
Yep.
Like, dog, come the fuck on. So this is the thing. We so proud of our country, but we trashing it. Mm-hmm. When it rained in Detroit, it stink. Mm-hmm. Right? It smelled like hot dog water because the rain is hitting trash everywhere, and that smell is rising up off the ground, petrified trash.
He said pet.
Yeah, like shit been there for 3 seasons.
One thing for certain, two things for so. They ain't gonna do that shit across 8 Mile.
They
No.
don't. The people who live there don't do it though.
No.
Ain't gonna
You know what I'm
We sure
saying?
don't.
They got ordinances and shit, and then as soon as they come and start saying your garbage can's got to be in the back, you can only have one dog, you can only have one car that's broke down. Oh, they on some bullshit. No, they gonna teach you how to live since you won't live that way on your own.
Right.
Motherfuckers is trifling. I done seen
Preach.
women do that. I be sad when I see a woman do that. Like, your house is trifling.
Trifling.
Like,
Your house dirty
I clean
as
my
fuck.
car out at the gas station.
Yeah.
Or if I'm going to the car wash, you know what I'm saying, or getting my shit vacuumed out on the inside and all that type of shit. Like, that's when I get rid of my garbage. But just I don't care what fucking neighborhood you is, because if you do that shit in Ferndale or Royal
Right.
Oak or some shit, go back to your neighborhood, bitch. This is my neighborhood.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? But
That's how unhappy we are with
like,
shit.
I'm not just going. I'm definitely not going to throw nothing out the window in front of my own motherfucking house, but I am conscious at the same time about doing so in front of other people's houses because it irritates me.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? So I just say everybody just be aware.
Stop
just be
sending little
conscious.
kids to throw trash in the trash can. You feel me?
once it
They
gets
shorter than the
bucket, they
motherfucking
gonna-
trash can. You got a kid shorter than the trash can going to throw the trash away. The trash ain't tied in the knot. He throw the bag up on the trash can. Half of it don't make it. The trash spill out. The trash blow across the parking lot. It's rats out there. It's cats out there. Nobody want to go to their car. Now it's a puddle of water. Now the rat's swimming in the water. And the fucking trash is floating across the parking lot. I don't have no baby. Why is it a diaper in front of my motherfucking parking space? This crazy as hell. Y'all trifling. Don't you got me fucked up? No, we don't. We know how you live. Clean your baseboards. You nasty little motherfucker.
I've literally seen some trash that either blew or floated in front of my house that I knew
I'm crying.
belonged to a neighbor, and I literally picked that shit up and put it in their garbage can. Like, is that Patty?
No.
No,
So
it's
I
not.
am the neighbor that when my neighbor's dog poops in my yard,
You go poop in their yard. I'll show y'all. Steak bites, nigga.
no, I gathered it up and threw it on their front porch.
Oh my God.
Shout out to my neighbors.
Are you
How do I know if
serious?
that's my dog shit? I'd be mad as hell. I come out there like, what random shit is this wrapped in paper?
No, I watched them on the cameras. It was they dogs. though.
Dogs is shitting and wiping their ass now. Like, come outside confused as hell. Why this dog shit got tissue on it?
No.
That's right. Yeah, man. We have to understand how many things go into loving ourselves,
That's right.
and your environment is the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's people who live next door to bandos. The grass is all over. My mom used to be like, "We about to cut this grass." You know what I'm saying? Like you create your environment, you create your peace.
Yeah.
And if your environment is trash, then you not at peace.
Yeah.
We cross over or go to another city and there's just no trash along the curb, all that other type of shit.
So,
So I
and-
want y'all to love y'all city.
And
man.
just keep it clean. Hey, so
Yeah.
Matt, so look, y'all.
Keep it tight.
So we coming into our wonderful Wednesday night. Matt, what we got going on tonight?
No, Miss G, what we
Miss G?
talking about?
Oh,
Miss G,
All
I'm
right,
done
y'all,
with my
listen.
first cup.
you say what?
My
We
cup
are
is
talking about parenting and co-parenting tonight. Listen, y'all don't want to miss this. We need y'all to tune in. Light the lines up. 810-560-0658. 810-560-0658. Are you a baby daddy? Are you a baby mama? What's good? Kong G, let's start with you, baby. Where you at with the co-parenting and parenting?
I have 3 mothers of my children, but I'm a baby daddy to 2 of them, and I'm a father. You know what I'm saying? To the
Break that
ones
down.
here. Well, I'm a baby daddy to, based on y'all logic, because I just think it's a title that fits literally for us. I am the daddy of babies. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. If we're gonna say, well, what's the difference? The difference is my kids out of town. I'm a FaceTime person to them.
Okay.
I send money and I FaceTime them. What else can I do? They live in Georgia and New Orleans. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? So, but the ones here with me is every day, all day, 24/7. You know what I'm saying? So I have a goal in mind to create a space where all my children can be in one place and I can love on them together. But yeah, it's a difference, and each situation is a different dynamic with co-parenting, and that's what we want to talk about tonight. Because today, when I posted that, a brother said, I've exhausted all the options that don't mess with my mental capacity or some shit like that. So he want to deal with his kids, but any interaction with his kid's mother just is too much for him.
And
But that
that's
just means y'all need a
sad as
go
fuck.
between.
That's sad as
You feel me?
fuck.
You can drop them off at my mama's house and I'll pick them up. Drop them off at my sister's house and we never have to see each other. You feel me?
But why do you think? What is the dynamic that creates that type of scenario? Because if we're parents, co-parents of this child, then what is more important than the child?
Exactly.
One or both of those people are not happy being apart from the other person. That's the only thing. Because if we ain't got no more beef, ain't no more beef. It's just me and you going in on these kids, just like we going in on the 5th.
Right.
You feel me? Like, you got your half, I got my half. You
It's
feel me?
gonna
The
be so
5th gonna
simple.
have a recital Friday. You coming? I'm gonna be there to see the 5th. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
Yeah. So when you get to, I can't even talk to her. I can't even see him. Somebody is just bitter, or somebody is jealous, or somebody still want to be with the other one. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I can think of. You feel
Okay.
me?
But do you think that you will ever get to a place where you guys are all copacetic and at a good co-parent?
Oh yeah, I just need some more money. Oh, they'll all chill out
You
if
need
I
you
have
saying
more
it's
money.
have more money,
financial?
you be traveling to where they at.
That along with giving them more money. You know what I'm
Giving
saying?
them more money.
Yeah.
really,
They'll become
adolescents-
compliant.
Like for real, like I had to really come to grips with the fact that there's nothing that makes a teenager more happy than money or monetary value. And that's what they relate or associate their happiness with.
Right.
It's not with relationship, because they move away from you and move toward their peers, right? It's not with, oh, you're my provider. They don't really give a fuck. They just give a fuck about what they need and what they want.
What you can give them.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So how is it with the you said there's two different dynamics with the co-parenting with you and the mother of your children. So is any one of them in these situations is it toxic? How is it working?
Yeah, the one in New Orleans feel like she can do whatever she want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like she make decisions with my daughter without talking to me. And, you know what I'm saying? Then the one in Georgia, every now and then, she feel like she can talk to me however she wants to.
So how old? Actually, now I'm going to cut you off. How old are your children?
The one in New Orleans is 12. The one in Georgia is 4.
Okay.
So she don't know yet, but
Right.
I don't put up with that type of shit. Like the last time she went off on me a year ago, I just cut all communication.
Okay.
You feel me? Because I don't care if I'm giving you $40
You cut
a
off
week.
communication,
Yes.
but still did your financial obligation.
No.
You cut the finances
Yeah,
off?
I cut it all. I cut it all off. She literally sent me a message that said, "That little shit you do ain't shit. I don't need that shit.
Ooh.
I can do this by myself, baby. Go ahead."
So you still didn't feel like
But is that hurting the child?
No, her mother works full time and she can take care of her. But what I'm not going to do is whatever I'm doing to come up with this money I send to you, you're not going to talk to me sideways while I send it.
But see, it's her that's talking.
But you're sending it
Yes,
to,
but I
for
gotta
the
send it
benefit
to
of
her.
your
Yes,
child.
absolutely. But did you hear what I just told you? The grown
But
woman
because
said,
of the way she
not the way. I could take that to court.
What she said to you?
Yes, if we go to court right now,
So
and
a
she
woman
said you're
can
supposed to
say
pay child
something
support.
to you, and then it will stop you from doing what you know
let
you
me
should do for your
explain
child.
this. If we go to court for child support and she say he ain't paid child support in 6 months because we got into an argument, I'll say, Your Honor, here's the paper here of what she said. This is legally binding. You said I don't need you. You can keep your money.
Okay.
I can do this by myself.
She don't need you.
Right.
That's the key.
The money was going to the child.
But check it. She don't need you.
She speaks for the child.
She speaks for herself.
Her baby is 4. She
But
speaks for
she
the child.
speaks for herself. If that child was able to speak, she probably would say, Daddy, no. I need you. She said she doesn't need you. Which means, okay, you may
Do it make a
not,
difference? He said,
but
"We
my
don't need you."
child is still there. It really doesn't, because
Okay.
she can't speak on behalf of what is inherent needs of a child. There are needs of a child that has nothing to do with the association between the mother and the father. So if I tell you as your baby mama, I don't need you to do shit, that's your exit. That's your exit plan.
At least for a little while.
It shouldn't be an exit plan, because to me, that's an excuse for not doing what you know would be in the best interest of your child, but trying to pacify or get back at the mother.
Okay.
And it vicariously impacts the child.
Does it?
Negatively. Yes, it does.
Okay, so let me tell you this. When I didn't send money, but I still wanted to talk to my baby, I couldn't. You feel me? So everything was dependent on the money that came. So if I didn't send money, but I wanted to see my baby, I couldn't get a FaceTime. You feel me? It's ringing for days. I shoot $50 that way.
So
The phone lines open back up.
How did it
So
work? How did it work? How did it work?
When she realized,
Withholding the money. Withholding the money improve relations.
it did.
It did?
It did. When
Okay.
she realized that, because when she said that, I said, baby, our child is 3.
Yeah.
That's a long life for you to say you don't need my help.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm straight. We good down
Yeah.
here. Okay.
And that's how I was going to ask
So
you.
what changed was
I'm
it took
glad
her
you
some
said
time
that.
for her
And I was
finances to
gonna
change.
ask you
Realize,
that,
oh, every little bit counts.
Because you know her and know how she operates. That's what I'm going to ask you too. Like you said, you know when to pause and take your time. You know what I'm saying? So
that was the first time I ever did that.
Right.
I usually just let her vent because I've heard women say, you got to let us get this out.
Okay.
You put us in this situation, even though we did it together. You got to let us get this out. So I sit there and I read through all those crazy messages and I take it because I guess I put her in this situation. But that's when I had a bunch of money.
Yeah.
When the money got tight, it was like I felt different about coming off of it. I don't want to be beat up while I give you my money. I don't want to FaceTime my daughter and hear you huffing and puffing in the background.
Listen to what you said. You don't want to be beat up by giving you.
No, I don't want to be beat up while giving you
while
money.
Giving you my money. But see, that's where the perspective is fucked up. Because you're not giving it to her. You understand that it takes money to take care of a child. You're really giving it to her in the interest of your child. But I think the latter clause of that statement is what a lot of people fail to acknowledge. The latter part. In the best interest of the child. I have to give it to you because the child is a minor.
Okay, so let me.
But it is my responsibility.
I want to take a second and
as a parent to give it to you.
Read some of the viewers' comments as well.
On behalf of my child.
Hey, Brian. And I guess this one we're talking about the kids and how they all want, the money and things like that. And Brian said, as parents, you have to make your child life realistic because these kids feel like they're nothing if they don't have, and it's sad. He also went on to say, make them earn money and the material things. Their grades are their paycheck, and their chores equals a paycheck. I agree. Also, Kong, and we're talking about the other dynamic. So, on the flip side, because unfortunately, it is a lot of toxic situations with co-parenting, especially when the people are not together. And I've seen that. I've been in relationships with people where it was toxic and things like that. But the other one, as far as it being a healthy one, so how does that work? How do you guys set boundaries? How does the understanding go? Because like you say, it's at the end of it all, it's about the child. And so how does that work? The healthy one?
I gave in. I just submitted to most of the bullshit she was on.
Okay.
You feel me? I just don't want no smoke. We right here. Okay. We are right here in each other's face.
Okay.
You can't be talking that shit to me. You feel me? I can't be triggering you. We can't be doing that. Talking over the phone, calling me all out my name is one thing, but being right here in this truck doing it is a whole nother vibe. You feel me? So let's see what it's like if I treat her exactly how she asks to be treated. Will she still go off and still be this way? You feel me? So, no, I stepped up. I've been in my children's lives here since day one, except for my daughter, because I was locked up her first 2 years.
Okay.
But, no, it's different because I'm day to day. With out of town, all that matters is your money. I can't pick them up from school for you. I can't take them for 3-4 days for the weekend. I can't do nothing. So all that matters is that you sending money. You feel me? So you got to deal with it differently. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a person with all these moms here, and speaking on that dynamic for a man, I don't know. But they're all spread out, so it's different. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's one thing to get. Okay, this is what I wanted to say to what D said. If a woman is being abused, we've told them time and time again, you have to show your children you're strong. You have to make the decision to leave that man. You feel me? Do what's best for you and the interest of your child. Maintain your peace, or you can't even be a good parent. You feel me? I have to be appreciated. Every effort a person does in your interest needs to be appreciated. If you become complacent in that, if you become entitled in that, you're going to start abusing that person while they're doing those things. They're still doing it, but you're abusing them. I'm a man, but on the opposite side of that coin, someone is verbally abusing me, emotionally abusing me, mentally abusing me. After 2 hours of somebody going crazy on me, I can barely do my work after that. I'm a comedian. I can't even make a joke. So no, let me separate from you. And since the only thing we had that was valuable was the money, I'll stop sending it.
Okay.
But I think that doesn't hurt her.
I don't think it hurt my child.
It does, because I think that there's a misconception. and I'm a single mother of a 15-year-old Neanderthal. The fuck? This nigga's 6'2", 180 something. You know what I'm saying? But I think there's a misconception, especially from maybe parents who may not be or have been part of the everyday experience, right? There's I have an obligation to send a certain amount of money, right? Or I have an obligation to contribute to a certain percentage of health care or whatever, right? But the everyday costs way more than the base that child support requires. And I'm talking on a normal humanistic level, and I'm not talking celebrities and millionaires.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But my thing is this: to cut off and to use as a form of punishment to the mother, I'm not going to send no more money or I'll quit my job so they can't take no more money out of my check type shit is a fuck nigga ass mentality.
Absolutely.
Because what it does is vicariously, negatively impact the child and whatever lifestyle you created for the child before shit went awry. So, yeah, you don't need me? All right, fuck you then. I ain't gonna pay this shit.
She did tell you she don't need you.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Did your child say,
if my child,
I don't need a roof over my head? Because child support, see, where people really get fucked up is thinking child support takes care of the totality of a child's needs, and it does not.
No.
Because they not only need clothes, shoes, shelter, and all that type of shit, they need the broader things. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That still costs money. So when people think that child support or withholding it is a punishment to the mother, you're really fucking over your own fucking child.
And you know what's crazy, on the flip side of that too, and also females, if you listen to some of those ones that I've seen in situations where they're bitter baby mamas and things like that, and they're the ones that can't shake, you know what I'm saying, that it didn't work, whatever. I've seen some women that will go and just to be spiteful and petty to go and put a man on child support when he is doing, you know what I'm saying, have a great father, you know what I'm saying, want to be there and everything else, doing way more than that child support is, but just to do something just to get at that man because she's not with that man. I've seen that quite a few times, and it's like,
and then you end up getting less. You bum.
You end up getting exactly like,
you know what I'm saying. You end up getting less than what he was doing.
What he was doing anyway. Now you're getting $63. You know what I'm saying, to do what, bitch? Okay.
But my thing is, if adults could manage, to get out their own fucking feelings, men and women, because if a nigga can say, fuck you, I ain't sending shit then because you hurt my feelings. Or if a woman can say, I don't need your love money because it ain't doing shit no way. Which one of them motherfuckers giving a fuck about the impact that it has on the overall child?
Neither one.
Neither one. And so what makes that shit okay? Like, when the fuck is this shit about the child? Because the title is co-parenting.
That's
not co-mingling.
Right.
Let's look at one of the clips on there.
Parenting only works when both parents are focused on the kid and not the other parent's personal life. That ain't got nothing to do with you, man. Raise your kid. Just because that woman don't want to deal with you no more, do not mean you shouldn't have a relationship with the child, or you shouldn't be interested in co-parenting or getting along. Women the same way, though. If you don't want to deal with them, they not really interested in you being a daddy or co-parenting with you. Like, they interested in you. And you ain't trying to deal with me? Oh, I can care less what you feel about your son or what your son or your daughter need. It's crazy.
So can I say something?
Yeah.
First of all, friend of the court is not nobody's friend.
Nobody's friend.
When they did the child support thing,
for profit,
right? When they so I never put my kid's father on child support. I didn't force you to fuck me. I'm not going to force you to pay for the kid. So my kid's father loves
Flat
me.
out.
He loves me. What happened was I had him as the emergency contact, and one of the teachers asked my kid, "Who is that?" "Oh, that's my daddy." The school sick child support on him. So he was the head guy at DTE, and he was paying like $700 a month.
You ain't had to do shit.
And I just was like, listen, no. I went down to the friend of the court, and I told them, listen, he do what he's supposed to do. They said, well, we got to recoup something. What do you? And they put $26 a month. People like, oh, he paid. Nah, baby, he do everything for my kid, right? And when he lost his job at DTE, I picked up the slack. When I tell you, me and my kid's father, that's my partner.
That's some real shit. And that's what I like hearing. You know what I'm saying?
Best friends.
Like, how does you make that work? You know what I'm saying? So many, you got people that, and I wish they did, you know what I'm saying, work like you guys work. You know, and I have seen some success stories of healthy co-parenting. And that's what I love to hear. Because, like, it's about the child. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, it's not about us, you know what I'm saying?
Because it would take
They
some,
both in a
but
healthy
see,
place.
I think some people be upset because they own child support, but sometimes it ain't the motherfucking mother's decision.
It ain't.
It's the state's decision.
That's true, too.
You know what I'm saying?
But the state petty as hell. They implemented some stuff down at the friend of the court. If he don't pay his child support, then the mother has the option to have him arrested or to lessen the amount. But the fact that you want to have, that's the same way when they was like, I'm going to give you these food stamps if you just take the nigga out the house. It's still like it's a slave mentality.
And that's a whole nother dynamic to where it's like, let's get the fathers out of the
house.
We'll give you the support, and now we have broken homes and they're marginalized.
And you don't even get the bulk of the support. If you look at a breakdown, if you were on food stamps or on cash assistance,
the state is recouping some of that shit.
They're recouping
or if you
it.
delivered without, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I was
You
gonna say.
make
And that's
the
Men don't know that
charge
though. Men don't
is
know
a
that they
bad
start
motherfucker.
off with that $10,000 bill.
It ain't
like the
$10,000.
moment. How much is it?
It was $30,000 when I had mine in 2000. So
It was what?
A
$20,000.
birth was
Yeah.
$20,000.
$20,000.
What do you?
That's crazy.
you
Well, they start
ladies-
off with the cost of that birth. You know what I'm saying?
What do you ladies, Shanny Shan chime in, Regina, Miss G, Tat, Queen Tat, what do you ladies think the contribution is of a woman to this dilemma, right? In terms of, healthily co-parenting children. Because a lot of times, like you said, Kong, it could be jealousy.
Right.
It could be you mad the other motherfucker moved
Right.
on. But then, like, what does it take
Right.
from a feminine perspective, a motherly perspective, an auntie perspective, whatever role you play, to place the needs of the child above your personal offense?
Well, I'm going to start from being an auntie mom, bonus mom, second mom, whatever I am to all the kids that I had with me and helped raise and everything. And I honestly felt like I had some baby daddies, okay? So when I had my kids for years, I had to actually operate as I'm going to say a mother, you know what I'm saying, because I was being their mother, their other mother. And I had to set boundaries. I had to go and talk to the fathers, you know what I'm saying, of my babies and interact with their families. And it felt like it was a co-parenting thing. I'm like, hey, dig this here. I do not mind, you know what I'm saying, being the main provider and things like that with these children, but I also need some interaction, you know what I'm saying, some help with this. I know y'all didn't make it with each other and things like that. That had nothing to do with me. It's about these kids. I give a fuck about these kids, and I need for y'all to get on the court of what we gonna all do to make sure these kids grow up, you know what I'm saying, in a healthier way than what they've seen so far until they got with me. You know, and it's like, okay, dads, okay, let me sit down with y'all, you know what I'm saying, and how we gonna do this. Like, so I do X, Y, and Z, and y'all kids come back home with me every fucking night, right? But what part now are y'all gonna play? We gotta make this peaceful. Even though y'all going through it with her and everything else and all y'all bickering and stuff, my kids right now, they don't need that shit. So I need for when, you know what I'm saying, they with me, we're going to all make this a peaceful thing. We're going to all do our part. We're going to all grow together. Now I was trying to help them as well grow up so they could be better parents and shit. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, where y'all moms at? So that's their grandmothers and stuff, right? I need to get with them as well. Let me sit down with y'all. What part do y'all play? You know what I'm saying? The kids don't need to hear shit back and forth. Because when the kids start coming home with me,
key.
you know what I'm saying? The kids start coming home to me, and guess what they was saying? This and that, and I'll call and I hold the fuck up. Because guess what? I grew up hearing that shit. I grew up, you know what I'm saying, in that shit. This is what we're not going to do. So this is what I learned from me growing up and seeing this shit, all right? That was actually unhealthy. We gonna not, the kids don't question them.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not their fault. It is, hey, babies, how are y'all feeling? So we can work on how y'all feel because of the shit that y'all seen us going through, doing. So that we can correct ourselves and be better with y'all. I didn't ask for a dime. It was hard for some people or whatever, not here to dog them or put them down or anything like that. So, okay, I don't need y'all fucking money. I'm out busting my ass, you know what I'm saying, doing X, Y, Z for y'all kids, to feed y'all kids, clothe y'all kids, house y'all kids, and everything else, right? I take them to school. I pick them up. I ain't asking for a dime of gas. When y'all want to come through, I come pick y'all up, whether y'all ain't having not, so y'all can spend time with y'all kids. That's what I was doing, so that the kids can feel better. You understand? So,
And that's the most important element, is it not?
yes.
What's the common denominator in this entire situation?
The kids.
kids.
The children.
Yeah.
So what
How
I
they're
found out,
impacted. All of that.
what I found out is if you're, I could have been angry with my kid's father. You know what I'm saying? Because he was married when I conceived my kids.
Why would you have been angry with him?
Oh,
Did you
baby,
know
they
he was
living
married?
No,
before
I
you
did not.
conceived?
I didn't know.
Oh,
So no,
okay.
I didn't know.
Okay.
And then when I found out, I was like, oh, okay. But he took care of my household, right?
Okay.
When he couldn't, I did it. But what me and him sat down and talked about was, it's not about you. It ain't about me. We laid
It's about
down
giving them
and
the
made them
best
kids.
life. Yeah.
When I tell you, my kids are grown.
Right.
When they see him pull up, it's like they are 3-year-old kids. And they be to the car. And I just be like...
So presence is more important than the provision.
And that's the way it always was. He was a provider, but they love to see him when he pull up on his Harley or when he pull up, you know what I'm saying, in the drop top.
They love to see
him, and that was it. But what the parents have to do is stop being so selfish. If you remove yourself from the equation and let that man do what he's supposed to do, then you ain't gonna have no problems. I didn't have a problem out of my kids, you know what I'm saying, growing up in school. And when I did, I sent him to the school. It was a different response from me than him, because all he had to do was walk in the building and they was shaking and pissing on themselves.
So what's the dynamic of jealousy, right? Like I'm mad y'all doing good over there, and I'm contributing to y'all doing good while I'm over here struggling.
Because
Like,
he wasn't. We had this conversation the other day. Why do women become angry when a man leaves them? You know what I'm saying? And you take it out on your kids. It's because he's everything that she wanted to that woman, but wasn't that for her. And what you have to do is just, you got to pull up your panties, baby, and lace up your boots. That's who you chose to have you know what I'm saying, to have kids with. But you gotta come. Me and my kid's father realized, hey, we were good for each other. We were good to each other. But we have to be even better for our kids. And when I say that's my best, you can pull up at my house in the summertime. Shout out to Kevin, because baby, him and his new wife will be at my house.
That's right. And you know,
cooking, and I ain't even there, but the kids is there.
And I was
that's
in that
awesome.
situation as well. Getting married, and it came along with me having 2 bonus daughters. And at first, it was rocky with me and my baby's mother. You know, at first, it wasn't like that with us. You know what I'm saying? It was the whole thing because of how my husband probably was with her, and I'm telling what he was telling her, things like that, whatever. So then it's like, oh, we got married. And it's like, oh, and this and that, and the kids ain't gonna be around y'all, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, hold up. Don't do that. I'm one of the best women you could ever have in these girls' life. You understand? Because if they can't reach y'all, they can reach me. I'm one of those type, you understand? So we got on a better accord because of I had to, you know what I'm saying, because of my approach. You know what I'm saying? At first it was shaky. And now you'll see us, you'll see my posts and stuff. We together on the holidays, we're doing shit with the girls, you know what I'm saying? I'm up at the college visiting, you know, my youngest bonus daughter, you know what I'm saying, everything else. So we grew, you know what I'm saying? At first it wasn't like that because of, you know what I'm saying, you want to look at it like it, I don't even say jealousy. It could be just because of, like I say, or whatever it was that was
whatever
with them.
the dynamics that precipitated their separation.
Yeah, but I'm just like, hold on.
It's hard to separate that and see him happy with another motherfucker.
Yeah, but off rip, them girls was like, oh my God, we love it. We gonna go with you and this and that. And I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Okay, got me 2 girls, you know what I'm saying? So I had to have a different approach, you know what I'm saying, as well, you know what I'm saying? And so it can make the co-parenting a whole lot better for all of us. And me and my baby mama, we A1, even if, you know what I'm saying, he ain't got nothing to do with it.
Me and my kids, probably, are the other women that he have kids by, we call each other the sister wives. And we're there at all the events together, and we just love each other. So I want to read some of these comments.
Because y'all more concerned about the kids.
And that's it. And
everybody's children.
Everybody's more concerned about the kids. But that man also had enough money to take care of several households.
So
that's going on. He could have been the sweetest hearted motherfucker in the world. What? But if he wasn't able to take care of all them households like he did, and pull up on the Harley and pull up in the drop top, it would be a whole nother dynamic.
No, it would be a whole nother dynamic. No, it wasn't. When he was broke and didn't have, I covered it.
Right, but then when he could, he did.
But then that's where the man has to be selective about the type of woman he give his seed to.
Facts.
Because if she don't contribute to you,
Facts.
in the interim, then why would she feel it necessary to feel like this is a co-partnership?
Right.
No, nigga, you contributed to me, you gonna contribute to this child. So you have to understand that there's decisions that have to be made on both ends, right?
That's true.
There's a decision that has to be made on the behalf of the woman and the type of nigga she lay down with that let nut up in her, or the type of nigga that lay down with any type of woman and don't give a fuck about where he plant his seed.
So I want to read some of these comments. Bria said, as a parent, I'm going to keep a roof over our head regardless. I don't believe in child support. Shauna says,
because it ain't enough. That shit is the bare minimum that they gonna require. That shit ain't enough for shit.
I'm not begging a nigga for nothing. My child gonna be good regardless.
That's how I feel. I'm glad I ain't got
Bria
no baby daddy.
Always, if I was to get child support, that's going to my kids' account for my kid.
That's right.
Definitely, and the mother has the option to withdraw from the child support, especially if the man is doing what he's supposed to do.
That's true.
Healing in the relationship as adults is needed. Yes. You have to remove the negativity as adults. It takes a village. We have to remove the hurt and the pain. Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Keep the adult shit for the adults. Everybody try to use their kids as puppets to hurt each other. And that is finger snap. Like, yes.
Shout out to our people that engage,
hey,
that voice their opinions, type their opinions. We appreciate that. Get into the final thoughts. I want to say that everybody needs to have boundaries. And you need to figure out a clear way to set those boundaries. Figure out what gets that person to act right and stand on that. You feel me? Because everybody needs a piece of man, men and women, and nobody is anybody's punching bag. So remember that when you decide to dump all of your stresses on someone else as if it's their fault. We all grown. We responsible for our own decisions. You know what I'm saying? But love y'all babies and be active and take ownership over y'all children. If you don't have any money, I've seen fathers catch buses to get their kids from school and catch buses back from there. That is a man who loves his child. Take ownership over your children. Nothing else in this world belongs to you other than those babies. And most of these niggas ain't got 401ks and retirement plans. That's your investment in your future. That's your plates pulling up. That's somebody coming to bring you to the barbecue when you 60 years old and your ass don't stand up straight. But it's a lot of niggas that's gonna die cold and alone in a state-ran facility with cold sores, with bed sores on their ass and shit. You get yourself together, man. Those children need you. Yes. I am 40 years old and I have not had a father for 22 years. My stepdad died about 10 years ago, and my biological father been in prison my entire life. I have always needed them. You feel me? And once my big brother was killed, I had nobody else. Fathers are important. I have no sounding board. You feel me? So I always say salute to the fatherless fathers that are doing the best that you can, because while they dog you and drag you, you didn't have nobody to fucking teach you in the first place. So you're doing the best that you know to do. Improve, keep yourself healthy, because men hurt people, and I don't want y'all hurting no more of these sisters. So if you need to step away, step the fuck away. If she won't let up, then you need to step back. You feel me? Because accidents happen and bullshit, and it's gonna be your fault. So be easy, focus on your babies, and that's your future, man. I appreciate y'all.
That's right.
Damn.
I ain't got nothing to say.
And you wonder why I wanted a male perspective
I ain't
on
got
the
nothing to say.
motherfucking panel.
Mic drop.
G, what's up? What's your final thought?
I don't got one.
You concede?
I can see.
Okay, Tad.
I want to say I agree with the viewers and what we always say too. It takes a village, and it definitely does. And I want to say that also, with that, we're raising these kids and making these kids. You want to make sure that you create peace for them the best that you can. You see the bullshit that we all going through, the bullshit that we go through together, whatever and stuff. Adults, we can control ourselves. These children cannot. Let's have more peace for them. Let's have some healthy things. Show them some healthy things out here. Show them that we can all just get along, even if we're not together. Whatever, we can still be cordial. And be rational about things. You understand? At least give them that. Hey, you off living your life, and you off living your life. Whatever. So fucking what? Do your best y'all can, but do the best for the kids first. You understand? Give them that type of structure. You understand? Let them grow up and be like, you know what? No matter what, I still seen them. They both took care of us. No matter what. At peace. And be at ease. It could all be so simple. That's it.
It could all
Be so simple. Hey.
My final thought is this. It ain't about neither one of y'all motherfuckers. Baby mamas or baby daddies. Y'all made the fucked up decision to lay down together
And procreate.
and to create something that neither one of y'all were collectively ready to handle. And that ain't got shit to do with the child. My thing is, do what the fuck you supposed to do as a mother. Do what the fuck you supposed to do as a father. Fuck a partner. Because that shit's dead. The most important thing is making sure that child grows up in a healthy environment with healthy parents, healthy present parents, and not just providing parents. Because from our generation, provision was the most important thing.
Yep.
As long as you got clothes on your back and
Shoes
you go
on
to
your
school
feet,
and food
on
in your
your
belly,
table.
you good. Not today. Today, we're more concerned about the mental health of our children.
That's true.
And if we consider that, then we would not present them with the contentiousness of our bullshit.
That's true.
And on that note, we out this motherfucker.
Peace. Juneteenth is coming.